See? Right. What up, boy? Hey, boy. Hey, boy. Yep. Yeah, I'm over here smoking on that 1000. That Newport 1000. Y'all ain't heard about them, huh? Not the 100, the 1000. Because I'm 1000% ninja. I tried to listen. I tried to listen to a couple of channels this morning. World Combat. Tried to listen to a little bit of Drew Titan, a little bit of Blood, a little bit of 78. I tried to, man, but being at work and all, I don't get that. I'll be having too many people in my motherfucking face and shit. So I didn't have a lot of time to listen in, but I did catch a few talking points on it. And that's the reason why, and it ain't got nothing to do with none of those channels. I was just saying that's who I was listening to today. But what I do have to say is that the talking points to talk about is what Blood Boxing said. He said, I believe he said that the fight. Sorry, let me say it again because I want y'all to. I don't want to insinuate that whatever, but he basically said, and I'm paraphrasing. I might got it wrong, that the Spence versus Crawford fight is not happening this year, or ever. Because it was this morning. I couldn't really listen, but I think that's what he said. And from what I got from that is folks shouldn't get their hopes up, all the way up, and be doing what we did, and be doing what motherfuckers was doing in September, and all that shit, all the way down until now. Don't get your fucking hopes up, right? Boxing is one of the sports that almost every day, boxing fans get disappointing news. Every motherfucking day, disappointing news. Throughout the week, throughout the month, whatever. Disappointing news, right? And it's really essentially time for folks to move on. To move on to spending energy and talks about other things. Because from my vantage point, right, looking down at everything, social media and all that shit, is that if the fight's not happening and we've been doing all this hoopla shit and grandstanding on who's ducking or not, then we get into the situation that these two guys right now don't want to go to the negotiating table and get the fight popping. I think it's time to move on. Because obviously both sides don't care to give you the fight. Obviously, that's obviously what it said. Now, when people was out there making videos talking about some PBC, they blocked Stephanie A. Smith. False. I would tell folks the same time is, what about all these other fights that should be happening? What about all these other fights that should be happening, right? Whether or not, why is Devin Haney hitting and how he don't sell and this and the third, how he's not an attraction and all this shit, when because a lot of these boxing fans don't want to give him his credit. A lot of these boxing fans don't want to give the fighters that deserve the credit they fucking credit, male or female. They don't want to give it to them. They want to hang on to dumbass talking points rather than what you really want to see in the ring. Motherfuckers cry for undisputed. You get undisputed, then you want to cry some more, right? People want to call this fighter, the email chat, want to call that fighter, oh, he's the regular, he's the super, but we all know which belt came first. But somehow way we got away from which belt came first, and now the result of that, we not giving certain fighters the respect that they deserve. That's what the result of it is. Not giving some of these fighters the respect that they deserve. And that's why I say anytime, I don't care who the motherfucker fought. I don't care who he fought, what their record was or not. If they undisputed, there is no more talking. There should be no more talking points about what they is and who they are and everything. They're undisputed in the 4-weight belt era, and I'm glad motherfuckers ain't counting 5. And I'm glad we ain't over here talking about it's a 5-weight belt era, even though some people were trying to make it that way. But we got to give these fighters they just do, and it's just that simple. Because if we don't, who will? If we don't, then we're allowing out people who don't even watch boxing to come in to tell us who is who. People can't. I don't care who it is. If they're on TV, if they're on ESPN, during the daytime, those First Take guys, Stephanie A. Smith and all them, they don't watch boxing like we watch boxing. They don't watch boxing like we watch boxing. But who's listening to them? Right? And a lot of people don't want to listen to us because all the bickering and back and forth. They might want to go on and listen to I know I'll be doing it too. So a group of dudes yelling back and forth. Right? I say all this. I'm saying all this to say that if those two guys, Crawford and Spence, don't want to give us undisputed, and some of these fans don't want to put the blame on both fighters, the blame on both parties for not making this fight, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, because remember, it was Crawford's fault. Then it was Spence. Then it's Crawford's fault. But now in 2023, the 10th of January or the 11th of January, whatever it is, folks don't want to put it on Spence. He's part of the team that runs the he's part of the team not only that runs the conversation when it comes to this fight, and I say that because who has all the money who has all the money in the pool when it comes to media? So they rule the conversation when it comes to this fight, right? All the way across the board, right? So now at this point is who runs the conversation when it comes to who runs the send me a contract, who's the aspect of the contract, who runs that? So Crawford can send Team Spence a contract because we all know they ain't gonna fly. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, man. At the end of the day, folks just need to let it be. Let that shit be. There ain't no more fucking need. There is no more fucking need to talk about a fight that literally looks like neither side wants to make it. Literally. From whatever they do. Crawford says, well, I don't know, man. He's in the third. Spence says, well, I might spin the block. They both saying, oh, I don't need him. You can blah blah woo. So us as fight fans, what are we supposed to do? I'm not about to fight for nobody. I'm not about to be sitting over here fighting over some boxers. Like some of these cats are like, cut the shit out. There's a lot of dudes on social media that get into their thick ass skull that, like I said, if neither one of these guys is real adamant, none of these guys, which one is real adamant about making a fight vocally? Which one of these guys is real adamant about making this fight? Which one? Who? It's like they fight and they don't want to give each other an inch. It's like you in the club. You know you like that fat girl over there, but you don't want to holler at her. You know you want to hit it, but you don't want to holler at her. You know you want it, but then you're gonna tell your man, "Oh man, I get pussy this and the third," but you don't get none. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man. I think blood boxing is right. The fight very could happen this year, but I don't think so. I just don't think so. And then that whole Earl moving up to 154, I don't think he's staying at 154. I don't think he's staying at 154. If they are already saying, if the sanctioning bodies is already saying he gets to keep both belts, that's either because that sanctioning body has anticipations for him coming back, or they already spoke. So I think the right questions need to be asked. The right questions need to be asked. Is he coming back down to 147? Is he gonna stay? Is he gonna stay at 154? Then at the same time, ain't nothing set in stone. And if anything is at 154, it's all because of Keith Thurman. If it's at 154, it ain't got nothing to do with Earl. Because Earl already been through this before and had a phenomenal performance. He already had a layoff before out the ring and had a phenomenal performance. So that's out the window. So that's the reason why I think that. You know? Like, check this out, right? I don't know why folks do that shit, man. They just jump right in front of you. And don't even give their car gas. Let the transmission do all the work. Don't give it gas. Damn. That's why I got quiet. I was just like, look at this dumb motherfucker with the big ass antenna on his goddamn little bitty ass Jeep. Little bitty sucker. Yeah. Needs to be worried about that wheel bearing in the back. That tire looking a little bit wobbly. That's what it needs to be worried about. That's what it needs to be worried about. I see it from here. That's a dangerous ass motherfucking car right there. Wheel hub bearing. And your shit looking like that right now, I know you feel it. It's time to investigate that vibration you feeling when you give that motherfucker gas. I don't know. People be tripping with their cars, man. People be tripping. Wheel hub. Wheel hub, tie rods. Don't even. You start feeling some shaking when you're driving, when you speed up, or when you turn, or when you hit bumps. Your car want to go like this. Nah, motherfucker, you better investigate that shit. You about to your tire about to go one way and the other one about to go this way. You about to be fucked. Yeah, but I don't. You know what? FAA job in that shop. I don't see a lot of people talking about it. I don't. I heard more news. I heard more news about a tweet Crawford made than FA job in that shop fight. I think it's FA. Yeah, I think it's that, or if I got it mixed up with the Swedish dude or whatever, wherever that dude from. But there's some nice heavyweight fights coming up, man. Some nice ones. Then I think there was an announcement for damn, man, I ain't got no good memory because I remember seeing that because I was like, I'm gonna watch that one too. think it's next month. They said it's gonna happen. I forget which one. Then you got the was it Shakira Stevenson and who's Shakira Stevenson supposed to fight for that the intern for Devin Haney? You got that coming up too. You got that coming, and I'm happy for Shakira Stevenson because he's a young guy, right? He's a young guy, and he's already stepping up to the plate to bust some moves. And he got his other contemporaries around him too. You know, he got them other young guys around him too. So that's real nice. That's real nice. That is real nice. That is real nice right there. But you know, and then with that, I don't want to hear no talks about pay-per-view. I don't want to hear no talks about the gate. I don't want to hear no talks about nothing but what's going to happen in the ring. I don't want to hear it. If you ain't the promoter, but besides betting odds, if you're not the promoter, you're not part of none of these people's teams, if you're not getting a cent from this fight, I do not want to hear anything about gates and pay-per-view numbers. Got some comments, hold up. Reggie, what's happening? Lala D, what's going on? Hey, Mike, my break is over, but I'll listen to you. Hey, that's what's up. Oh, well, I try not to, that's another thing. I need to stop trying to cuss during the daytime because people be at work. Now, you know you ain't supposed to be crossing them lines like that. These people, man, oh, God. I'm over here in the Florida Keys, man. These people out here, they some maniacs. They some maniacs. They some grade 8 maniacs on these roads, man. Oh God. I don't know if y'all been to Florida Keys, like most of the roads are just this, one lane, back and forth, one lane, all the way up. You might get couple spots, but all the way up. Yeah. So, like, I don't want to hear nothing about that leading up to the fight. Now, if you want to talk about how good of a success the fight was afterwards and stuff like that, yeah. But leading up to the fight, come on, bruh. Come on, man. I think if anything, people just need to say that it would do good. You know what I'm saying? It do good and a whole bunch of positive shit. You know what I'm saying? Just give it nothing but positive shit. That way, these people that don't listen to boxing like we do, you know what I'm saying? They can, it might get them to tune in and watch. You know what I'm saying? Because these young guys, man, they look like they want to fight. They look like they want to fight each other. These young 20-year-old guys, they really do look like they want to fight some people, man. They really do. They really do. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like they promoter or matchmaker or whatever is letting their hands go. It's letting their hands go. It's letting them unload the clip. It's letting them unload the clip. You know, but these older fighters, God bless them. God bless them. A lot of these older fighters, God bless them. You know, and as far as Anthony Joshua, I want to set the record straight. First of all, with Anthony Joshua, if you ask Laws D, right, with Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, and Derek Chisora, I do not hate those guys. He will even tell you, I want the best for them dudes, right? But going into Anthony Joshua a long time ago, and people looked at me like I was crazy. When I said this, I said, those guys, they need to come up over here and train. Or if it's not even over here, go somewhere else and train. Because the way they've been training up over there in the UK, a lot of these fighters only fight one fucking way. Right? The same fucking style. That's the reason why shit be going on down up over there. They know who trainer it is, and they know how to exploit this fighter because they know they only fight one type of way. They know it. They can't cut off the ring. They know how to fight. They know how to fight a bit in the inside, but they don't know how to fight when somebody is fighting off the back foot and countering. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do it. And a lot of them don't even know how to beat each other to the punch. They don't know how to do that either. So that's the reason why they recycle them. I said this a long time ago. Now that he's done it, right? Him and Dillian White, right? It's still past. It's still past the for Dillian White, it's too late in the game. But Anthony Joshua, it might just, as far as I'm concerned, it might just be fucking too late. Folks were saying with Deontay Wilder, oh, you can't teach you can't teach an old dog new tricks and all that stuff, right? But I didn't hear this. I didn't hear all of these people saying this when it comes to Dillian White and Anthony Joshua. It's like people give these guys the benefit of the doubt when it comes to when it comes to smarts up here and maturity and all that stuff. Like when Edwin Hearn said, oh, yeah, Gervonta Davis, he's not that smart. He's not articulate. Like he's saying y'all out here fighting a brute, a Neanderthal, a barbarian. But that's what Derek Chisora was doing. That's what Dillian White was doing. Nothing methodical about it. If people are saying Dillian White is a very smart fighter, then what is Tank Davis? That boy must be God. He must be the next. He must be the next thing to God, right there with Ronald Reagan. Right? And it's just mind-boggling how people just let these dudes shit on other fighters. Just let them shit on other fighters. Promoters sitting over there shitting on other fighters. You know what I'm saying? On a constant basis. And then come out and try to do damage control. Say, I'll be looking back at some of this stuff. I'll be like, oh man, this in the third. Dude, you can't do damage control on something that you said that you fucking meant. You supposed to be y'all come out, y'all the only, Edwin Hearn and AJ is the only two people that I know that comes off, and they come off as so-called being a professional. And AJ said that out of his own mouth when it comes to how he talks in front of the media. Professional. He meant what he said. He meant the shit on the dude. He meant what he said. The backlash and all that shit, he don't care. He don't care about it because as long as the light shines on him, long as the light shines on him, that's for night fishing. I went night fishing yesterday. I didn't catch shit but a breeze. All them fish were small. As long as the light shines on him, that's what counts. Now, what Gervonta Davis should have responded. And the reason why he should have responded, because this is the game that Edward Hearn played. He plays talk about other people, bring up other people, so the spotlight gets shined on him. So now you got an opportunity not only to put the spotlight on yourself, but to call out fighters that he now and well don't want to put against you. And also, you could call out fighters that his fighters should be fighting people that will get their ass whooped against. That's under the same umbrella that you are. So, I say all this to say that to really say, man, that's the reason why it's cool to go over there and listen to Bruce Goes. Because when I go over there, I don't got to hear about all this back and forth about this negotiations talks with people. I ain't got to hear about just stone cold boxing. And then you can see how you can kind of see over the years with Bruce how all the fights that he remembers, right? all the fights that he remembers, the fights that he went to, the fights that he saw and stuff like that, and how he enjoyed his experience with boxing. But how do you enjoy your experience with boxing in this year in 2023? How are we going to do that? How are we going to enjoy our experience in boxing in 2023? What are we going to do different this year and alleviate a lot of the fuck shit talking points? You know what I'm saying? And feel free when y'all listening. When y'all know I'm not living up to expectation, tell me. I don't give a fuck. Tell me. If y'all look at my comment section after the videos and stuff, you don't see me cuss out nobody. You don't see me cuss out nobody. You don't see none of that. Motherfucker say something, I'll be like, yeah, thanks, man. Have a blessed day. God bless you. Or I say, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Because at the end of the day, every time that we have time to think before we respond, we could come up with a better way and a more positive way of doing things. And I think that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to be better at not talking about nobody in a bad way, not calling nobody out of their motherfucking name, right? And I'm going to stick to more of these fights, man. I think that's the reason why I'm a Mr. Boxing today. Even though I ain't seen him in a minute. Hopefully he gets off the motherfucking couch. I'm joking, because I know he ain't a lazy motherfucker. Hopefully he does one for this Shaw fight. He does a video for this Shaw fight because, you know, he's Mr. Heavyweight Boxing. You know what I'm saying? And make sure y'all go out there and listen to Laws D. Laws Dawkins, Punch Out, right? TV. And Bruce Goes. My boy Watcher. Make sure y'all go out there and watch them when they drop their videos and go live. And if y'all have any suggestions on subscribing to people, just put it in the comment section on the video. And I'll sub up. There's no feelings. And if anybody ever had a problem with me, or if you feel like I had a problem with you, just let the shit go, man. Just let it go. It's a new year. You should have a new vibe, new goals, and all this shit. And there's too many problems in the world for us to be going back and forth. Even though I can't stand none of y'all guts, whatever the case may be, or this and the case may be, is still not like, you know, folks can't have a conversation or folks just can't leave the shit alone. And on that note, shout outs to everybody in the whole entire boxing world, and everybody stay sucker free.